The Type 2. The Bugatti Type 2 was the first four-wheeled vehicle built by Iterre Bugatti, and it was unveiled in 1901. It was a small two-seat roadster powered by a 3.1-liter engine at the front that sent power to the rear wheels via a chain. The Type 5. The Bugatti Type 5 featured a tubular chassis, a huge engine compartment at the front, and a 12.9-liter four-cylinder engine that provided 45 horsepower. It also pairs to a 4-speed manual gearbox with power going to the rear axle via a chain. The Type 10. The Type 10, designed by Iterre Bugatti in 1908, was a revolutionary racing car that broke the standard of traditional large and heavy vehicles at the time. With its small, lightweight, and agile design combined with enough power to win races, the Type 10 was a smart racing car with a focus on aesthetics and design. The Type 13. Bugatti designed the Type 13 racer with a 4-valve head, 65mm engine, and a 30 horsepower output. The car was successfully raced and took second place in the 1911 French Grand Prix, but sadly production was halted due to World War I. The Type 16. The Type 16 was a 5-liter Bugatti under construction during Bugatti's transition from a designer to a manufacturer. The engine was revolutionary for its time, and this prototype would be used in future Bugatti designs. The Type 18. The Type 18 Bugatti, nicknamed Black Bess, is a rare and famous pre-war model with a history of impressive owners and successful race entries. Its 5-liter engine kept it competitive for nearly 2 decades. Type 23. The Type 23 Bugatti was similar to the Type 13 and was known for its great handling, steering, and braking capabilities. It was the largest Bugatti built in 1914 with a wheelbase of 2.5 meters that allowed for a custom coachwork and was used for both racing and passenger cars. The Type 30. The Type 30, introduced in 1922, was the first production Bugatti with an inline 8 engine placed on a similar chassis to the Type 23. It had remarkable power output due to the triple valve arrangement, good road handling, and was the first Bugatti with hydraulic front brakes. Type 32. The Type 32 tank was a unique car that competed in the 1932 French Grand Prix and broke the design principles with its Le Mans-style streamlining and hydraulic brakes. Despite its lack of success, the Type 32 paved the way for its highly successful Type 34 racing design. The Type 35. The Type 35 Bugatti was the most successful racing model, winning over 1,000 races and taking the Grand Prix World Championship in 1926. With an average of 14 race wins per week, it dominated the racing scene. The Type 36. The Type 36 was a Bugatti racing model introduced in 1925 with a 1.5-liter straight-8 engine. It was an experimental project with a bolted rear axle with no springs, but was later updated with springs and a supercharger in 1926. The Type 41. The Bugatti Type 41, also known as the Royale, is a large luxury car, making it one of the largest cars in the world. Iteré Bugatti only sold 3 due to the Great Depression, but the engines were later used in high-speed rail cars for the French National Railway. The Type 45. Iteré Bugatti designed the Type 45 Grand Prix car with a 16-cylinder engine made up of 2 banks of 8-cylinder and 2 Roots type superchargers. The project was not successful due to poor reliability and only 2 cars were built and raced. The Type 46. The Bugatti Type 46 was a luxury model launched in 1929, filling the gap between the Royale and the 3-liter Type 44. A supercharged version, Type 46S, was made later on. The Type 50. The Bugatti Type 50 was an improvement over the Type 46 with reduced engine capacity and unique DOHC cylinder head for better performance. It was a more expensive and only fitted with the best bodies, serving as a predecessor to the Type 41 Royale. The Type 51. The Bugatti 51 was a Grand Prix racing car that was an evolution to the successful Type 35B, with a twin overhead cam cylinder head that provided an additional 20 horsepower. The Type 53. The Bugatti Type 53 was a 4-wheel drive racing car that was one of the first to attempt to drive all 4 wheels and use the engine from a Type 50 road car and the chassis of a Type 51 racer. The Type 55. The Bugatti Type 55 was a sports car inspired by the Type 51 Grand Prix car. It was available as a roadster with factory bodywork designed by Jean Bugatti. Type 56. Iteré Bugatti built the electric runabout Type 56 in 1931 to drive on his property, as it was easier to start and more maneuverable than a gasoline-powered engine. This is a huge change compared to the usual fast gasoline-powered race cars that Bugatti usually makes. The Type 57. The Bugatti Type 57 Atlantic is considered the first supercar ever made and one of the most expensive and elusive cars. The reason being its powerful engine, lightweight construction, and iconic teardrop body design by Jean Bugatti. The Type 64. The Bugatti Type 64 was a prototype created by Jean Bugatti in the mid-30s as a more comfortable, high-performance car with light materials and unique shape, including butterfly doors. Sadly, production was interrupted by World War II and only one model was completed before Jean's death in a car crash. The Type 68. Bugatti designed a microcar, the Type 68, during World War II. Only one prototype was built, but some engines still exist and were tested on motorcycles to hide the research. The Type 73C. The The Bugatti Type 73C was a 4-cylinder racing car planned to have a supercharged 1500cc 16-valve engine and a low-build racing chassis. Sadly, the car was an undeveloped factory prototype that never had the opportunity to compete in the racing field. Type 101. The Bugatti Type 101 was based on the Type 57 chassis with an updated engine and modern coachwork. However, only 8 Type 101s were built due to high annual taxes imposed by post-war French regulations on its engine. The Type 251. The Type 251, completed in 1955, was the final resurgence of the original Bugatti brand. Designed by Gioacchino Colombo, it was powered by a 2.5-liter transversely mounted straight-8 engine with the Dion 2 rear suspension, but it was not very competitive and retired after only 18 laps. The Type 252. The Type 252 was a one-off sports car that never went into production. Designed by Giovanni Michelotti and powered by a 1.5-liter inline-4 engine with a twin overhead camshafts with a McPherson Struft suspension, the car was pitched to investors but only remained to be a prototype. EB110. The Bugatti EB110 was a mid-engine sports car produced by Bugatti Automobile SPA with advanced all-wheel drive system, blistering performance, and a sleek design by Marcello Gandini. The EB110 was a true successor to the original pre-war Bugattis. EB112. The Bugatti EB112 was a 4-door luxury saloon car that was meant to embody the brand's heritage. Despite initial positive reception and 3 partially completed prototypes, the car never went into full production due to bankruptcy of the company in 1995. EB118. The Bugatti EB118 was a concept car introduced by Volkswagen after acquiring Bugatti, showcasing the world's first 18-cylinder engine arranged in a W formation. EB218. The Bugatti EB218 was a concept saloon car designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. It featured a W18 engine and permanent 4-wheel drive borrowed by Lamborghini Diablo VT and updated the design of the previous concept car EB112. 18x3 Chiron. 18x3 Chiron was a concept car that presented the eventual design of the 16x4 supercar. The Veyron. The Bugatti Veyron is a mid-engine sports car designed by Volkswagen Group and Bugatti with the top speed of 707 km/h. The Supersport version has a top speed of 431 km/h and is one of the fastest street-legal production cars in the world at the time. 16C Galibier. The Bugatti 16C Galibier is a luxury 5-door fastback concept car that was unveiled in 2009. However, the project was later shelved in the favor of the Chiron, but later reconsidered and planned to be priced similar to the Chiron. The Gangloff. The Bugatti Gangloff is a virtual concept car inspired by the Type 57 SC Atlantic Coupe and designed by Paul Ciesłewski, taking many cues from the Bugatti Veyron. The Vision Gran Turismo. The Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo is a single-seater concept car unveiled at the 2015 Frankfurt Motor Show and built under the Vision Gran Turismo project. Only one exists, and its price tag is estimated to be between $5 million and $18 million. The Chiron. The Bugatti Chiron is a luxury hypercar produced by Bugatti. The Chiron was named Hypercar of the Year by Top Gear and Evo magazines in 2017. In September 2019, a modified Chiron broke the top speed record by exceeding 300 miles per hour. The Devo. Bugatti Devo is a limited edition track-focused sports car developed by Bugatti Automotives. It features a quad-turbocharged W16 engine, stiffer suspension, and aerodynamic elements for improved performance. La Voiture Noire. La Voiture Noire is a one-of-a-kind supercar based on the Bugatti Chiron and designed to celebrate the company's design history. It sold for $18 million, making it one of the most expensive cars built to date. Cento Dieci. The Bugatti Cento Dieci is a limited edition mid-engine sports car produced by Bugatti as a tribute to the Bugatti EV110 and celebration of the brand's 110th birthday. The Bolide. The Bugatti Bolide is a track-focused supercar developed by Bugatti. The Bolide features a 8-liter quad-turbo W16 engine and a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission with a projected top speed of over 500 km per hour. The Mistral. The Bugatti Mistral is a mid-engine sports car manufactured by Bugatti. Known to the world as the fastest roadster, it features a unique exterior design and a luxurious passenger cabin based on the Bugatti Chiron.